Hello, lovelies. My name is Dragonslayer Delos, and today I'm bringing you a video about The Division and its 10-year anniversary. The Division is a third-person looter shooter where you play as a Division agent, someone who has been deployed from the Strategic Homeland Division. And basically, there are an elite task force that are activated via sleeper agents in case of a global emergency or a collapse of global society. And you're able to develop your own division agent. The game allows you with a pretty standard, mediocre character creator. Again, this game slash franchise came out 10 years ago. Because division agents are those who are seen as almost anyone from society. They can be first responders, EMTs, police officers, construction workers, even like theater teachers. Anyone can be a division agent if they pass the rubric and are cleared for active duty. So I think that's really cool because it definitely gives the connotation that they are trying to get a wide net of people in order to help rebuild society. Because as we all know, society requires like, a village to keep running, and especially to remake in case of anything disastrous happens, like a war or a pandemic. I digress. Anyways, the Division is a program set to rebuild humanity utilizing a diverse group of individuals. I played the Division franchise off and on for the past years. Um, Basically since day one, like 10 years ago. I sound old talking about this. If I get any old head comments, I swear, anyone over like 18 is considered old head or an auntie or an uncle. Anyways, I enjoyed my time with the base game of the Division, and I kind of fell off, and I kind of fell off on it. I also played in the beta for the Division 2 because I had enough fun with Division 1, so I gave the second sequel a shot. Again, played the base game, and I came back every now and again for major content drops like Warlords of New York and major seasonal updates. Not too much though, because again, I was someone who was distracted by a different looter shooter, and that's Destiny. For those of you who don't know, Destiny is a first-person style looter shooter that tends to lean more into the sci-fi aspect of its visuals and its storytelling. It has a very grandiose space opera vibe when it comes to the universe and how it sets up that mythos. Things that I really jive with and enjoy to this day. I'm still a guardian at heart, but Destiny is kind of in a very low point. The future of Destiny is uncertain. Bungie just released its latest title, Marathon, but its Golden Goose, a lot of people will call it, is kind of at a historical low point with the lowest amount of players in the history of the franchise. So your girl was looking for something to kind of fill that looter shooter itch. And that's what brought me back to the Division in these past few weeks. I re-downloaded the game in anticipation for the 10-year anniversary stream put on by the developer. Now, Ubisoft as a studio has faced a lot of uncertainty itself in the recent years. Public sentiment around the studio isn't the greatest, and many are wondering, when Ubisoft going to shut down, or when are they going to be sold off to a bigger entity, i.e., like a Nexon or Saudi Arabia. Let's be for real. Um, yeah, I can't help but be excited for the future of these long-standing franchises I grew up with, like an Assassin's Creed, like a Division, um, and especially like different, and especially when these franchises continue to innovate and stand the test of time. Um, and when you consider the current video game landscape and how many failures and layoffs that we hear with new teams and new games almost on a daily basis, it's really crazy. The Division is getting back to some exciting news for the anniversary. It's getting another mainline installment with a Division 3. Like Concrete, they are working on it. They've talked about, teased it a little bit. We don't know a lot about it, but it is being worked on, and that's something to celebrate. The Division's overarching narrative centered around a global pandemic as its catalyst is both unnerving compared to what society lived through in 2020 and also intriguing as the story has that Tom Clancy flavor, that military, high octane, also that flavor of espionage and intrigue that so many people have come to love from these type of storytellers and stories. over the years. The Division 3 has a chance to recapture fans and bring many newcomers into the franchise if it is able to launch during a time where competition is scarce in the genre, like now. Division's main competition is Destiny. I hate to harp on it, and this isn't a Destiny video, this is a Division, but the Destiny has been a main competitor for the Division, and the reason why the Division hasn't grown to a titan in the industry like people regarded Bungie with Destiny for a little bit. Destiny 3 remains really just a hopeful dream by fans like myself. I think a lot of people in that community agree that the franchise needs a Destiny 3 at this point. We can't just pull an Overwatch 2 and go back to Destiny 1 or just continue to innovate on the current title of Destiny 2 because we need an engine overhaul and update, and we just need a fresh starting point because a lot of people are just never going to come back unless there is a third game, a almost clean slate, fresh start. Anywho, back to the Division news, this franchise is also getting its own mobile game with the Division Resurgence. Mobile gaming remains the largest and most lucrative platform in the gaming industry and encompasses many devices like cell phones, Nintendo Switches, ROG, Allies, the Lenovo Legions, the Steam Decks, and it's a medium that's readily accessible to a large margin of the population. The Division Resurgence aims to bring the fun experience of the Division on the go for fans. I'm looking forward to trying it as Destiny Rising. I know, another Destiny plug, but that's a mobile game for Destiny that I did have a ton of fun playing at launch. It just sucks because that game failed to bring frequent content that I particularly enjoy with the grind, as well as rewards and shiny things to chase, for lack of a better word. I really hope that the Resurgence team learns from these mistakes. The last bit of content coming in the future for the Division franchise is a live action adaptation starring Jake Gyllenhaal and Jessica Chastain. Now, this project is the most uncertain. Really don't know a lot about it because it was first announced back in 2019 and it's kind of in development limbo as we haven't really had many concrete updates about it. The most notable thing that we know is now it's being handled by Netflix, and I think that news came out in 2024. Once again, I have no idea where we are now with that. Um, but I do think with the recent success of other live actions like Last of Us, Sonic the Hedgehog, Fallout, etc., the series, the adaptation has a good chance to wow people, and I think more people besides the Division diehards would be susceptible to receiving such an adaptation. If you think of the other Tom Clancy products, like John Krasinski's Jack Reacher, that has a good fan base, and we've seen what a Tom Clancy story can do in media for people. Like there is a hunger and an audience for these type of things besides just general video game adaptations. I just hope that the adaptation can be given the respect and treatment it needs to become a stellar product for the public. But now we look back to present day. I'm a girl who loves a variety of games and keeping up with the industry in terms of high profile releases and indies. Yet it is nice to come back to your favorites every now and again, kick your feet up, just chillax and veg a little bit. To me, the Division 2 doesn't have anything groundbreaking in terms of what it offers to the current day industry, but on the other hand, I don't think it really needs it either. It stands as a solid game on its own. It provides a solid, fun play style, a choose your own adventure for players who make it to the end game. If you're someone who has had a long day of work or a long day, a long week, whatever, the Division is a type of game that you can just come back to and have fun goofing off. Kind of like other MMOs like World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy 16. Wrong one. Final Fantasy 14. You get to just make your own fun, and that fun is enhanced by the community and the people that you meet. It offers something that I think many people need in their lives today when it comes to video games, the joy of play. The Division is a long-standing franchise with a passionate community behind it. I have relished in getting to know this community more and more over these past few weeks, and I'm excited to see what Massive Entertainment has in store for the future of the Division. Thank you so much for joining me for today's video. If you have made it to the end and you liked the content you saw, make sure to give the video a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel so you stay on the know when I make new videos. It also helps small creators like me tell the YouTube algorithm to kick more traffic my way. So thank you all for enjoying. Thank you all so much for enjoying the video today. I will see you soon on the next one. Bye, lovelies. Take care.